This is Max Shares for Pro Boxing Fans. I'm Black joined as always by Molly Mccann. Molly, I remember interviewing you when Eddie unveiled you as a boxing signing.
Where was we, Manchester?
I think it was Jack Catterall versus Harlem Eubank, and something that I got, I'm not a big UFC guy, and I've not watched a great deal of UFC, but something I got is the energy from you, and that's carried through in all of your fights. I mean, it's the excitement that I see, and I imagine that's still there before the event we're about to talk about right now.
No, absolutely, but I think with myself, I know what the fans want, and they just want someone who's going to try and finish a fight, and in MMA that's what I managed to do. I tried my best with all of that, and when I come to boxing, I thought this is the sport I started with. If the opportunities were here, what is here now, I wouldn't have done MMA. Would it have changed anything now? Because look at the life I got to live with everyone at Next Gen and with Paddy, and I wouldn't be in this position now if I hadn't done all that. Or I might have, who knows, but I don't think so. But yeah, I just think when people have to pay as much as they have to pay to come to a fight, I've got to give them everything.
I do just want to quickly ask, obviously, there's the Matchroom Talent Agency that's launched, and I know obviously you're the fighter for them, so you're technically not with the talent agency, but also you work with Eddie day in, day out. I mean, just how has the collaboration with Eddie helped out, and also, would you advise other UFC guys to come and work with Eddie and see how that can really boost? It looks like the social side of it, how he's helping with it, doesn't it?
Yeah, do you know, with the UFC and with Dana, I was paid so well. I had the best time. I just wish that, well, I don't wish, but everyone's like a world champion in their own discipline or a different organisation before you get there, so it's so hard to stay there. And I had 14 fights there, and I had a great relationship with them, but being with Eddie, it just feels a bit more personable. Like, I will have an open line of communication with him where I wouldn't really with Dana, do you know what I mean? I feel like I've been around these shows for the last 10 years and it just feels like home. Don't get me wrong, London 02, did that feel like home? Of course it did, but everything I've asked when I signed with Eddie, I'd give him 5, a wish list of 5, and in my 5th fight, this will be 4 knocked off. The only things left to do is a world title, so I'm living my dream with Matchroom.
Definitely. Obviously, you speak about being a boxer originally, and obviously we know the difference between the amateur game and the professional game, and obviously you had a big spell outside of boxing in the UFC. I mean, just from your professional debut until your fight coming up, just has there been any shocks, any surprises in the difference from when you used to box them years ago?
I thought it would be easier. It's a whole different fitness, so it was just getting that, building that base. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know I was tired in like my first fight and my second, but then my third I was fine. So it was just like going from 5 minutes to 2. It's like I had lots of time to rest in MMA. Whether you're on the floor, whether you're against the cage, you use them moments to get a breather. In boxing it's a lot, sorry, I've got dust in my nose. In boxing it's a lot harder on the lungs and the legs. I mean, I think I took leg kicks that finished my career was hard, but like when you've got to do that as much running as what you do. I mean, some boxers don't, but like the fight for me is won and lost on that road. Do you know what I mean?
Definitely. Look, your job is to do the fighting in the ring, but also there's been a lot of moments where I imagine you've stepped back and almost pinched yourself. I mean, I was at the last fight, you had Jamie Webster walking you out. I mean, how was that? And are we going to get a similar walkout? Obviously not with Jamie, but like a similar kind of walkout.
You will get a similar kind of walkout because the Croke Park deserves it. That walkout was everything I dreamed of. My best friend was sang me out in Jamie, and then my best friend in Paddy was sat next to Eddie coaching me, and I was doing it whilst what he was asking. It was funny because I could hear Paddy giving information and I just do it, and then I could hear Eddie going, fucking hell, she listened. Do you know what I mean? Like he couldn't, fuck. And it was funny, but I don't know if I can personally, for being from Liverpool and for what the city means to me, that was special. The only way to beat that is this, but the only way to beat this would be like fighting at the Everton Stadium for a world title. But this, I don't. Well, can you beat this for what it means to boxing and genetically what it means?
Definitely. I do just want to ask about, obviously you were sparring Tiah Ayton, you sparred her quite a bit. I mean, in terms of potential, but also pedigree in the amateur game, you don't get much better than Tiah Ayton. I mean, how was that? And imagine for you, that's brilliant, sparring someone that's come straight from the amateur games, and a lot of people think she could be the best. Katie Taylor said she could be the best female fighter of all time.
Yeah, I think like the first spar, I was like, whoa, how do I get past your jab? And then the second spar, like we was inside, and it's all right, lads. And that was a much nicer spar, but she is sensational. But she's got the world at her feet, and I think just take your time and just enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? And just keep getting better. And I feel like I'm a big sister to her. I said to Brian Peters, I said, listen, I'll look after her the best that I can whenever I'm around. I'll help her cut her weight. I'll always be there. Just ring me. So I went to the last one. She'll probably be out. So don't know if I'll make that because I think it's like the week before this. So that'll probably be a bit too close for me. But yeah, she's got so much potential. She is like my little sister.
Definitely. I just have to ask about Katie Taylor. Sorry, I mean, everyone in this building knows.
Are you messing? Are you fucking back? I've got a laptop.
Everybody in this building knows about Katie Taylor. I know she was an inspiration for you, and I feel like a crowning moment's the wrong thing. The wrong thing to say, because we've seen so many crowning moments for Katie Taylor. But to see her bow out at Croke Park for the belts, you must just be happy for her, I imagine.
I would be crying. The second I've won, I'll just be in floods of tears till it's done. Do you know? I'm just made up that before this fight it looks like she found peace in a relationship, like in life, and now she just gets, I think, she was done. She was done. She's like, I've done it all. The only thing that will get me out of bed now is that, and she's got it. So God's delivered everything she's asked for.
Definitely. Last two, Molly, before I let you go. I just interviewed Eddie Hearn, and he said he's jumping on a flight right now to go speak to Dana White. I mean, there's been a lot of negatives and back and forth, but you've worked with both of them. If them two came together and these peace talks actually, they found peace, how powerful could they be working together? I mean, like, as operators, we know how big they are. How good could they be together?
Do you know, if they just cordially just understand each other? Obviously Eddie's over the Conor Benn shit now, do you know what I mean? But that weren't cool. It just, like, I'm probably more so on Conor's part than Dana's, because he probably didn't really owe him anything. And Conor didn't, well, I think Conor did a little bit, but anyway, that's done. But I feel like Dana's conversation and how he spoke after the weekend, his language was different on how he was speaking about Eddie, and Eddie's language is I want war. So I don't know. I actually love both men. So